That's the particular one I'm looking for. Oh, hold on, please. Just I will get it out. Yeah. Okay, it's not even him that. No, there's one place he wrote. Oh, I should have gotten the page out before I started the video, but I think I will get it. But here is one close to that. You know, on this page, I noticed that all the Christians are against Sharia. All the Muslims are for Sharia. One even went further to say that Sharia law is the Islamic legal system derived from the Quran, Hadith, sayings and actions of Prophet Muhammad, and other Islamic sources. It provides guidance and various aspects of life, including worship and ritual, family and marriage, crime and punishment, business and commerce, inheritance and property. Sharia law aims to promote justice, fairness, and compassion. How? You know, one thing that I've come to realize about Islam in Nigeria is that maybe all over the world is like they want to tell you that Islam is a religion of peace. It's a religion of justice, equity, and fairness. They keep telling you all these valuable, positive words, whereas
incoming voice call from Meet Vito on Sim Mountain.
Sorry. Hello. Yeah, bakasam natura kudin kafa. Okay, Sanjima. So, all this, it's called misdirection. In fact, one of the religions that understood very well the concept of misdirection is Islam. And what is misdirection? Misdirection is a situation whereby what look real, what your brain is used to as normal is presented to you, whereas the end of what you are observing is actually a different motive. That is misdirection. You watch a process unfold. Well, you expect that the outcome should end this way. But really, they are giving you that process of variables, that process of action, because that's what your brain can understand. But the end, the agenda behind the process is different from your expectation. That's misdirection. So, sorry, please, I mean, give me tissue. Sorry, I've been, yeah. So, what we are seeing right now, please let me take care of my situation now. I will explain what is going on right now. I don't. Give me. So hold on a second, please. So sorry about that. Now, what is actually happening here is this. When the North, when I say North, please, I refer to the core North. When the North voted for this Muslim ticket, the expectations of the North are different from the expectations of the Southwest. Now, what I saw are two different expectations forming an alliance to grab power, just for the sake of grabbing power. And now that power is in their hands, everybody's waiting to actualize their expectation. Unfortunately, one person who has the power is actualizing his own expectation, whereas the other one is not seeing his own expectation. Now, what are the expectations? One person grabbed power to foster a Yoruba agenda, whereas one other person formed an alliance for the hope that the eventual Islamization of this country will be faster. Unfortunately, the person that is there has no, is not really in on this Muslim agenda. All that he is in is Yoruba agenda. So when a group of people now say they want to introduce Sharia law in the Southwest, it's pure blackmail. Say, hey guy, we had an understanding. You're not doing it. Perhaps we should jolt you faster. Let's do something to jolt you. That's what this thing is all about. That is what this thing is all about. And let me quickly say something here. And I will draw the attention of my Igbo brothers to this very particular line of thoughts. You see, every time I come here and I'm discussing the ills of Nigeria, and it sounded true, most of these Igbos that are pro-Biafran Biafra champions, they will come and say that if you know all this, then why are you hating Nnamdi Kanu and why are you hating Simon Ekpa? Well, for starters, I don't hate Nnamdi Kanu. I just don't like his ways and approach. For Simon Ekpa, I don't like him. I don't like Simon Ekpa. That one, you are correct. I don't hate him, but I don't like him. Now, why do I stand this point? Whereas the Fulanis or the Connaught are operating a system of misdirection, these pro-Biafran groups are also operating a system of misdirection. It's just that their own approach to misdirection is very poor. You can just read it and know what they are saying, or what the plan is. You see, when I joined IPOB for 3 months, 3 months, I started bringing new suggestion. I said, look, let us drop this tribal line we are going. It's not going to sell. This tribal line of trying to trace everything to Igbo, it won't sell. It's not going to sell at all. Nobody is going to change his culture to accept that of Igbos. It's not going to work. Rather, let's start from a place of region. Let's give it a regional coloration that, oh God, that we are fighting for the region. But because it was already founded on a tribal agenda, on a tribal expansionist stroke supremacist agenda, they didn't listen to me. In fact, where I became sure of my submission, of my conclusion, was when I had a rally in Delta State, and we named this thing Eastern Unity Forum. And guess what? It was IPOB that directed their members not to attend, because it was a different agenda. Because they knew then that I was pursuing a regional agenda. But then it was a tribal agenda. Now, anybody who tells you that Biafra, according to IPOB, according to Simon Ekpa, is not a tribal agenda, you know you are lying. It's a pure, blatant lie. It's purely a tribal expansionist agenda. So it's not as if we don't know what the North is doing with Islam. It's not as if we don't know the agenda of the North with their Islam and their Sharia. But we can't fight them. We cannot join hands and fight them when you yourself, you are carrying your own agenda. In fact, as a matter of fact, I've seen people who have met me. It's not as if they use these same words, but it's almost as if they are asking me to choose who is a better master. Since the Fulanis are bad masters, the Yorubas are bad masters, why not accept them as my new masters? That's what I'm seeing here. It's exactly what I'm seeing. So, why don't we come from a place of equality, from a place of regional identities or the regional similarity, and leave all this. Look, on this channel, people have met me face to face, bold-facedly, and told me that Igbos are superior to Urobo. Face to face. Now, I've been in the north for close to 60 years. No Fulani man has gone to meet me and say, look, Fulanis are superior to Urobo. They've not told you. They will not tell you that. Even though you know that's how they feel, but they will not open their mouth and tell you. Look, the problem of the South is not the Fulanis trying to capture the South. The problem of the South is us not working as a region. We always blame the Yorubas of being tribalistic. But in essence,
incoming voice call from 0201.
We are also tribalistic. In essence, we are also tribalistic in some way. Yeah, you can call in if you want to call in. Call. Let me give you the number to call. Let me type the number to call. Call on. Let me switch off. That has more. Okay, this one has more. Call. You can call. Call plus 234 8093 76 225 1235. Yeah, you can call that one. You can call that number plus 234 8093 76 225. WhatsApp only. Only WhatsApp. I will not accept direct call. WhatsApp only. So, it is not as if the rest of us are not seeing the agenda of the Connaught. Don't insult us by making us feel we don't know the agenda of the Connaught. But if you are telling us the option to freeing ourselves from the Fulani agenda is your brand of Biafra you are selling to us, my brother, you go explain, tire. Nobody is going to join that Biafra. Nobody. Carry all the emotions in the world, carry all the anger in the world, abuse me, insult, in fact, block me. You see, one of the things is that people who carry agenda, they hate, excuse me. One of the problems with people who carry agenda is that they hate hearing the truth. You see, in the north, there are many tribes in the north, in case you don't know. Many tribes. And for many years, the other tribes in the north are left with no choice but to be subservient. Like in Meduguri, for instance, if you're a Christian, don't bother to be anything because you hardly get far. But in the southwest, too, there are other tribes. But you see, because Yorubas are the major tribe in the southwest, and Hausa or Fulani are the major tribe in the north, and because of that, they exhibit a more overwhelming influence in this region. Doesn't make it so that you two, because you are more in your numbers in the southeast, you two we must come together and you will exert a domineering influence. It doesn't work that way. The cultures are different. The mentalities of people are different. No Yoruba man go grease down say make Igbo Lord over her. You know it's not going to be possible. No Ijaw man go sit down say make Igbo be Lord. It's not possible. And besides, you see, I really wished, there's so much I want to talk about this Biafra thing, but if I talk about it rather than reasoning with me, you carry your emotions, your superiority complex, your Because one everybody that is not Igbo, that is minorities, have to just anything you talk, let's just accept. Let's not question, let's just accept and follow. It's already the same agenda like the Fulanis. Take Delta State, for instance. When we were creating Delta State, everybody knows that the best place to locate the state capital of a state is mostly in the center. But because the wife of Bangida then was from the Igbo-speaking part of Delta State, for no economic reason, for no geographical reason, the capital was shifted to Asaba, which shares border with Anambra State. Today, if you go to Asaba, the capital of Delta State, where Urobos are more in population, in fact, it will be difficult to be locating Urobos in the state capital. Our neighboring Igbo people have taken over the whole of the capital. That is just a state, oh, that is not Biafra yet. Imagine if we have the Biafra. So, for us to fight this threat, if you really, because every day you come, Fulani did this, Fulani shot 10 people, Fulani did, Fulani. And then you create this atmosphere that the option we have is to follow you. Hey, bros, you're playing a bad job at this. You're playing a bad job at it. As a matter of fact, the liberation you so cry much about, you are the one delaying it. And how are you delaying it? I'm talking about my Southeast brother. Until you understand the benefit of humility, the benefits of inclusivity, not this type of your inclusion where you create state. You go to me, go to state. Eka, you go to me, go to. Esa, you go to me, go to. Urubuel, you go to me, go to. No, that's not the type. You don't just sit somewhere and start drafting things and lumping people. The same thing that you claim Lord Lugard did by not consulting people, the same thing you are doing, but because it is you that is doing it, you want us to see it differently. It doesn't work that way. We are going through this whole thing we are going through. Yeah? South, South, and Southeast. The unity of that place is delayed because of the lack of humility. And this I would boldly say, after all, this is Woto Woto TV. I've come to realize that even some educated ones, there's a man that called me when I knew him from the days of that IPOB thing. He said that job people, they go just get money, go marry plenty wives. They know they're very lazy. You see the rest of us as lazy. We don't want to do anything. Until you come down that high horse and begin to see yourselves as equal with everybody around there with the same problem and show a deep sense of humility, the unity in that place can never work. The unity in that place can never work. Look, sorry, I'm not saying this to offend anybody. Please. I'm not saying this to offend anybody. The moment these guys started redefining people's history, telling them that they don't know history, trying to force and claim part of people based on perceived Igbos that are living in that place, that was where I knew your Biafra will never come. Because Igbos are in Delta State, Delta is Biafra. Because Igbos are in Benin, Benin is Biafra. Because Igbos are in Benue State, Benue is Biafra. That's a poor approach. That is the most foolish approach to expansion. Like, we already know it's all about expansion. And it's not a crime. Every time I say it's an expansionist agenda, you get angry. There's no crime. There's no crime in wanting to expand. After all, Fulanis are expanding. America is expanding. Yorubas are expanding. Everybody's expanding. But at least, make you do your own. Make your own day presentable now. Do your own. Make your own day presentable. You don't just come out, ho-ha. Say, Benin is Delta. Benin is Biafra. Delta is Biafra. This is Biafra. And you think because just mention Biafra, Ochiko, they don't say we Biafra, so we will not get choice now. Oh, hey, Biafra, Aka Biafra. We just follow like that. You think these people don't have pride? You think they don't have pride? You think they don't have self-worth? And when we say no, you say slave. If you start calling us names, and you think this blackmail and bullying will force us to go, and the last card they play is that envy and jealousy. Only a fool will think anybody is envious and jealous of you, because there are certain cultures that money does not define the worth of individual. I don't have money. I really don't have money. But my community gave me a chieftaincy title. Why? Because they observe my work, that I'm speaking and representing the people of Robo. So they called me to reward me based on my work, and not based on the money that I have. In my culture, when 3 people come to sit and there's 1 chair remaining, nobody's going to look at who has the most money to occupy. When there's a family of elders and 3 people come, nobody's going to ask, among 3 of now, who get money pass? Now you, okay, consider. No. They will ask, who is the oldest among you? You are okay. Whether you get money or you don't get money, you'll come and sit down. During my father's burial, when we were doing family meeting, there's one guy, he's a member of the House of Rep, Delta State. He came and he stood up when the whole seat were occupied. He stood up to the whole meeting. He didn't force himself. Even the governorship representation of Delta, when he came to my father's burial, he went around kneeling down for elders. Imagine a governor of one pet that has a governor, whether with money, with jeep, with enter police, go they kneel down for. No. Our biggest problem in the South is not Fulanis imposing themselves on us. Fulani cannot impose themselves. Our problem is the lack of cooperation. It's the lack of cooperation and lack of respect for one another. Somebody said he's going to call. Let me call the number again. You said you are going to call.